All right, welcome back. This is Hayane Toku. I am so happy to have you back on the channel, and thank you for 13 subscribers. Anyway, let's continue with the Psychopaths story. If you've been watching it and you've been waiting for the next episode, I'm glad to see you here. After thinking, I decided to... Oh, who will I join? Jinzo's or Akani's? I'm not sure. Let's do Jinzo's.
潜入班への配属を希望します。突入班は陽動、人質救出を目的とする。
Oh, so Akani's team, they're going to be diversion.
を有するメンバーで構成すべきです。
I wish to join the infiltrators. The Chargers will create a diversion and rescue all the victims. So that team should be composed of members with adept fighting skills.
そもそも真の首謀者についての提案者は君だ。いい知恵を期待している。
Fighting skills.
最善を尽くしましょう。
I will do my best.
じゃあ、俺は突入班に行かせてもらおうか。人質のことは任せな。
I'm not sure that's a good idea, Suruji.
その間にサクッと犯人を確保してくれ。
Oh no.
とはいえ、潜入班にも戦闘力は必要だ。俺が行こう。いいな、ギノ。
Sure.
お前の牙が鋭いことは知っている。言われずとも、こちらのメンバーにするつもりだった。
俺は言い出しっぺでもあることだし、突入班に行こう。よろしく。
The Chargers, okay. Alright, Pops.
はい。正岡さんが来てくださるなら100人力ですよ。あとは。
What? Kane, I thought Pops was with me. Or is he talking about you?
はいはい。俺っち派手に暴れる方が得意だし。突入。
Charger team. So I'm an infiltrator.
問題ありませんか？
Oh, okay. Gunazuka, okay, sure. All the guys are going on the Chargers, so.
よし、これで行くぞ。各員、装備を点検し身につけろ。ドミネーターも忘れるな。
That's true.
どうかはわからん。
I forgot they don't have a golly, a hue or anything. So who's on my team? Oh, Kogami is on my team. Cool. But I thought he would be a Charger though. Our incursion began from the emergency stairs outside East Campus. We climbed to the rooftop and from there moved to the third floor. There were no students present. The Chargers began tearing down the barricade at West Campus. The banging and crashing objects could be heard all the way from there, or here.
始まったようだな。行くぞ。
Okay, yes. That's what I was saying too. Hi. Remaining vigilant, we cautiously searched the third floor. However, there are no signs of anyone here. Enforcer Kagami went down to the stairs and signaled that the coast was clear. With a rod, oh my gosh, I can't read. With a nod, Inspector Jinzo moved forward and the rest of us followed. So I don't know if his name's Jinzo or Jinza. I don't know if I'm really saying it right, but anyway. With Enforcer Kogami leading and Inspector Jinzo between Fursik and Azuki and me, Kunazuka, we descended to the next floor, making sure not to make any noise. So we're in the school. Once we reached the second floor, we could hear voices. They echoed, seeming to come from the first floor below us. We ignored it, not straying from our main task. Instead, we headed for Central Campus via a corridor on the second floor. The only thing present was a closed door at the end.
どこから調べるべきか。
Where should I begin to search? We exchanged eye contact to confirm our next move. Okay, where should I go? First floor, second floor, or head down the... I'm gonna head down the passage. It was apparent that the captors set up their base at Central Campus. There was a high chance that the real mastermind was there.
早期解決のため、急ぎ本校舎に向かいましょう。
We should end this fast and hurry to Central Campus. As if Enforcer Kagami knew what I was thinking, he opened his eyes a little wider, then smiled and gripped his baton. Inspector Jinzo gave us the go-ahead, and we headed for Central Campus. We'd find out if this was the right choice soon enough. We were nearly at the end of the corridor. Thus far, we had not been attacked by any captors, and there did not seem to be any hiding nearby. We reached the end and listened for any sounds on the other side of the door. Enforcer Kogami opened it ajar and peered through.
問題ない。進んでも良さそうだ。
Okay.
よし。このまま本校舎へ入る。
Sure. Won't hesitate. Right. When we entered Central Campus, Inspector Jinzo suddenly stopped us.
空の森から連絡だ。国塚、回線を。
Okay.
了解。
I reply. Roger. Hiding in the shadows, we turned on our wristcom communications. Everyone switched to silent mode. Yes.
立てこもり犯から押収した薬の分析結果が出たわ。
Sure. 4 types of drugs are found in the students. All of them are readily available mental supplements on the market. They improve the hue and weren't harmful in any way.
でもね。
However, the cocktail was different. If combined at the right amount, all 4 of those drugs created a staggering effect. Oh, sorry, I cut you off there. It dramatically improved the hue, bringing a clear color to even latent criminals. Oh, okay.
脳や神経に悪影響が出るのでは。
Are there any effects in the brain?
当然、やばすぎよこれ。
The cocktail affected the prefrontal cortex and inhibited the ability to detect stress. The effect spread across all areas, decreasing brain activity. Oh wow, that'd be really great for this. Neural function progressively degenerates. Perhaps stress would not be the only thing that users would lose. As if she was reading my mind, analyst Kiranamori said,
感じなくなるのはストレスだけじゃないわ。痛み、恐怖、怪我や病気への警戒心、自己保存のために備わっているそうした機能が死に絶えていく。もちろん思考能力もね。
The decline of stress tolerance and other cognitive abilities led to the lack of self-control. If they felt any stress, they'd snap and go berserk.
彼らが薬物を使用したような状態に陥
That explains their behavior after consuming those drugs.
それとこれは茜ちゃんのチームが調べたことなんだけどね。立てこもり犯にサプリのカクテルを教えたの女らしいわ。
What?
女性ですか？
A girl? This girl had somehow figured out how to evade the law by combining supplements. She was at the nurse's office, first floor of Central Campus, with someone else.
二人きりか。一体誰とだ？
剣くんたちが探してる。
It may be the Oh, it's not my line. It's your line. So sorry. Interrupting again. From what analyst Kiranamori said, it appeared that this other person was also the one who planned out the riot with Ryotora Funaoka. Really bad at these names. The person had taught the captors how to make Molotovs and pipe bombs, and now we discovered he was not with Funaoka, but with this girl instead.
なかなかそそるシチュエーションだと思わない？
Juicy. Is it juicy? Oh, what is that?
お前の邪推はと
What does that symbol mean?
放置しておいていい状況ではなさそうだな。
ギノザ監視官。ここは
Inspector Jinzo, rather than the leader Funoka, we should pursue the brains behind the whole riot.
私も賛成です。
Yes.
いいだろう。空の森、ご苦労だった。また何か分かったら連絡をくれ。
Sure.
はいはい。じゃあね。
See ya.
我々だけで行動するのはここまでだ。一旦常森たちと合流し、情報。
Wow, this did not go too good. Proceeding down the hallway. Understood. Man, I guess you don't always get the right answer or right choice. I guess I could read this. It says, like a god, I saw everything. The rage and sorrow and violence. All of it consumed the school. All the school's cameras were in my eyes. Nothing slipped past my sight. How'd I know this person was involved? He's involved with everybody.
すごいな。人間って不快なことを排除するためなら本当に何でもするね。
One monitor showed a student beating another. There was also a girl stomping on another student's head, and then making him lick her shoes. All of them were having so much fun. What?
でもダメだな。自分が幸せになるために他人を不幸にしちゃうなんて。
What?
やっぱり一気に幸せにしてあげなきゃダメだよね。
With a single blink, I changed the real-time footage that I was watching. Humanity will have to drink their medicine to obtain happiness. That I was sure of. Out of all the exciting scenes being recorded, something caught my eye. Tsurugi and Kugatachi, those dang cops.
また邪魔しに来たの？ でも今回は無理じゃないかな。だって
We don't even know you're there, dude.
とても色相が綺麗で幸せだもんね。
I don't know they're happy. As far as you know, they're not. Oh, there's someone with her. Oh no. There's no response from the one he called out to.
なんだかうるさいね。
あ、ごめんね。眠ってた？起こしちゃったかな。
寝てないよ。でも、寝てるみたい。
I guess things are pretty bad. Shori's eyes were half open. Her hue was very clear, like a translucent gem, as blue as the skies. Under those drowsy eyelids, I was sure her eyes sparkled.
いいんだよ。それで。ゆっくりおやすみ。
She's sleeping.
でも、みんな喧嘩してるの？
Oh gosh, I cut her off too. Shori complained and seemed bothered. Of course we could hear all the commotion from here. That must have been what made her feel uneasy. Those sounds. That's a problem. I must do something for her. Yes, give her more drugs or something. Supplements.
ごめんね。うるさくて。でももうすぐ
He's really like a weird
彼らも君と
brown red color.
幸せになるから。すぐ静かになるよ。
I mean, they're like really eerie looking. Oh no, it's her? Oh my gosh, not her again. I didn't notice it.
私も。
Wow. I wiped the drool from the corner of her lips and slipped a few supplements in her mouth. I will show her and the rest of humanity the path to happiness. Oh wow, he found her.
ヘブンズドアさえあれば、君の色相はずっとクリアなの
Heaven's
だ。
Gate.
永遠に。ね。
What are we gonna do now? After swallowing the medicine, her smile returned, a most dazzling one made only those who escape the torture of pain and want to see more of that perfect smile. I wanted her to show me her heart's true color, her smile. I wanted Shirari and all of them to show me, to show just how much happiness could truly be attained.
常森班。
Hey, Connie.
到着しました。
You arrived.
遅くなった。これより潜入班、突入班は合流し、共通目的のため行動する。
Sure, whatever you say,
情
Jinzo.
報共有は問題なかろうが、念のため確認する。我々の第一目
I
標
didn't know Shirari was
この
here.
物の
That's
真の中心人物を
that's
発見
weird.
することだ。
Alpha's really following her. He's like a puppy.
騒ぎを起こしたんだから捕まえてとっちめないとな。
係、早まるな。
Yeah, don't be rash.
犯罪係数を確認してからでないと。
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, to be honest. I think they have too many supplements.
とはいえ重要参考人であることに間違いない。最低でも保護は必要だろう、監視官。
たとえ犯罪係数が正常でも、奴らのやらかしたことを考えれば野放しができな
I
い。
guess you could still arrest him.
人質の
But can you?
主犯の確保あるいは保護の後という認識でよろしいでしょうか。
Okay.
そうなるな。
じゃあさっさとそいつ
Yeah, let's come to the
気
punk.
になってる奴らを助けてやる。
Let's go. But every time I use my Dominator, they get mad at me.
ミッションスタートってね。
もうすぐ保健室ですね。
We are very close to the nurse's office. I wonder what kind of person the criminal is. Well, you guys are going to crap your pants here.
さあな。だが頭の回る悪ガキってのは厄介だ。
He is. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. The nurse's office was located in the middle of the first floor in Central Campus. Since their regroup point was close by, we would reach it in no time. However...
やっべ、敵来た敵。
Oh, wow. Do you notice that none of these people have eyes? Weird. They're like
だから敵じゃなくて生徒だ
mannequins.
ってば。
Well, some of them are wound up. Wow. 8 captors came into view, swinging 2x4s and steel bats. I mean, that would hurt. There are 5 hostages total, 4 on the floor, and one of them was lifted by the neck, being forced to stand.
我々は公安局刑事課です。
This is the MWPSP. You're all committing a crime against society. Drop your weapons and surrender at once. After reading their rights, I raised my Dominator, but they just sneered. You think that's gonna work? Our hues are clear. Suba is nothing on us. Okay, well, not a good smackdown though, right, boys? We continued trying to defuse the situation, shouting, "Drop your weapons! Don't resist!" In return, they tried to convince us that they were innocent.
彼らの主張通り
As you already have claimed, they have clear hues and low crime coefficients, Inspector Jinzo.
次の
Okay, let's do it.
刑事課一係。
Let's give him a beatdown.
話を聞きたい。君たちが服用しているメンタルサプリのカクテルのことだ。
The captors fell silent, looking at one another. They started whispering, but then got louder. Oh, you mean Heaven's Gate? Is it dangerous?
ヘブンズドア。カクテルの名前なんだな。
Maybe. They grew louder, shouting over each other. I didn't say, poop, it's just a supplement. Yeah, it's illegal. Or legal. Yikes. Though they said it was legal, it seemed we weren't the only ones they were trying to convince. They had to have known what they took was not an officially approved drug. Compared to the other captors, they seemed to be more intelligent. Exhibit A, the way they used the hostages, but it seemed like they might be open to negotiations. I can't talk. They all pointed at me and kept shouting, "Put down your weapons." What should I do? This is kind of hard. Pretending to negotiate. Search for gaps. What? Use stun grenade. Try to force your way through. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna force my way through. A stun grenade? I don't know. Let's just negotiate just for the heck of it. Let's see what we do. What happens?
わかりました。
Understood. Oh, drop my gun.
おい、久我たち城。
Well, they only have bats, so. Wait. I raised my hand and enforced sorcery and lowered my gun. Frowning, the other inspectors looked on as I stepped forward, but I needed to gain the captor's trust.
ですが、公開
However, in return, you have to release the hostages. That would complete the swap.
材料があって成り立つものです。
The swap. They all yelled, "Screw off! What a biatch! Keep talking and we'll kill them." However, as angry and violent they seemed, they did not do anything other than yell.
確かに今、
It is certainly possible that you all have clear hues, but do you think your hues will remain unaffected as you make threats and keep your classmates as hostages? They all gasped, their eyes pulsating in their sockets. In the end, they dropped their weapons and stared at their trembling hands. Why are you holding this bat? Just as I had thought, they could still listen to reason. They knew if they hit the hostages, there was a good chance their hues would worsen. Their eyes widened with fear. I don't think the supplements last that long. Or this Heaven's Gate staff. Now if you surrender, your hues will remain clear. But if things escalate and any of you act violently, then... I raised my dominator again. Instead of shouting their cocky cries like before, they all just stared at the gun, waiting, watching, hoping. I had them where I wanted, without any hesitation. I made a signal to the enforcers, pointing at their captors' scared, boyish faces. Time to end this. Oh yeah. Oh yes, Sergio, do it. Recognizing the situation, the enforcers charged at the captors. The first to make contact was Enforcer Saruji. He tackled a few of them to the ground. In only a few moments, all the captors were suppressed. The outcome was better than I had expected, yet I might have taken too long making them more scared than necessary. Okay, I don't know if you made him that scared.
人質の拘束すべて解きました。多少の擦り傷や打撲はありますが、重傷者はいません。
Well, that's good.
時間が惜しい。人質には自力で安全な場所まで戻ってもらう。国塚、誘導用のドローンを手配しろ。
了解。待機中の機体に指示を出します。
Yokai here. We hurry just ahead? Who was it? Is it me and Suruji? Nurse's office. Although the door was sealed shut, we could hear a loud argument going on inside. It sounded like it was between a boy and a girl. I could not make out what they were saying. However, the situation seemed very tense. The girl sounded hysterical. Oh no, I think the Heaven's Gate Suerna. Time was of the essence. I looked at Inspector Jinza. He nodded, then used the master key to unlock the door, and the enforcers all rushed in. Hey, how's it going again? Shori had dozed off, but out of nowhere she awakened, startled and grabbed me. Her fingers stung into me till her tips were red. What was making her so scared? Maybe a bad dream? Everything, everything. Oh no. Yeah, she's already been in another situation already.
君の色相はこんなにクリアだよ。何も恐れることなんてないんだ。
Where is Alpha?
色相が綺麗ならなんでこんなに怖いの？なんでみんな暴れて公安が来てるの？おかしいよ。間違ってるよ。
I guess it could be wrong.
僕が間違ってるっていうの。
She thought I made a mistake, that ungrateful. I was enraged. I wasn't overheating, but I felt a burning surge deep within me. My body started shaking uncontrollably.
ねえ、君は幸せだよね。
Hey dude, you're not gonna make everyone happy.
幸せじゃないなんて言うわけないよね。
いや、だって怖いの。こんなに怖いの幸せじゃない。どうして私はただ色相をきれいにして幸せになる。
Oh wow, a pretty you? Seeing Shori tremble and so fragile, I started to cool off. A human brain is really inconvenient. So long as its sensory functionality worked, it would find any negativity to cling on to. What an incomplete and pitiful existence. Oh, thanks, Alpha.
怖いよ。
落ち着いて、僕がいるじゃないか。
Probably taking that medication is probably going to have an effect on you eventually.
僕じゃダメなの。
Ew, yeah. It's not you, it's the medicine, Alpha. That was the last straw. I felt a burning rage within my chest, and I could hear my thumping pulse. My teeth started grinding on their own. This is Alpha, so you guys know. All I was doing was trying to make this girl happy. So why did she say I wasn't needed?
でも、ヘブンズ・ドアーの処方は僕が作ったんだよ。僕がいなければ君たちは幸せになれなかった。そうだろ？
そうよ。ねえ、お薬ちょうだい。くれないなら。
What? She's gonna pay for it. Oh my gosh, it's heavily addicting.
君が？
Really, you can make profit.
どこでも買える薬だもの。
君は
Get it?
僕がいなくてもいいって言うの？
Uh-oh. The problem with humans was that they're all stupid. They believe they can make themselves happy, yet always failed. Without me, they'd always be a lot of unhappy fools.
買えるもんか。あれだけの薬を、あれだけの量。用意したのは僕だ。配ったのも僕だ。君、僕がいるから君は幸せになれたんだよ。
怒ったの？
Shori stared at me, wide-eyed, trembling. The pulse in my chest subsided. I couldn't let myself be manipulated to be angry. If Mother saw this, she would definitely scold me. That would be terrible, and then I'd never be praised. I had to work harder, so she would notice my existence.
今の人間なら怒りって表現するのかな。でも大丈夫。もう収まったよ。君を脅かす真似はしない。
本当に？
怖がらなくてもいいんだ。僕は君を幸せにする。実験の結果は最後まで見届けなきゃならないしね。
Is there a lot more medicine? I picked up more than the amount of pills necessary for the cocktail and held them under Shori's mouth. I did not ask her if she wanted it. There was no need for choices.
ごめんね。今までの量じゃ足りなかった。君を幸せにしてあげられなかった僕が悪いよね。さ。
What I needed to give her was absolute happiness. Oh no, hopefully it's not an overdose.
これで幸せになれる。絶対にね。
Too much of anything is a good thing, is a bad thing. Just like Shori did, all humanity needed to do was open their mouths and swallow pills to be happy. Oh my, see, Mother, I was only helping them.
私、これで幸せに。
Wow. I could see her face. She probably has like a crazy Joker face or something. Just as Shori uttered her delight, I heard the bolt on the door unlock. Who could it possibly be? I glanced at the entrance. Your two favorite friends. And I saw. Hey, it's me. Your favorite. Hi. A girl and a boy. Oh, wow. Hey. Golden hair and those red eyes. I'd seen his face before. Countless times as I recognized his face, my head started to spin like it had before. You don't remember this dude? It started as an intense headache, then surged deeply within my chest, kicking my heart like a rag doll. I will add words to this. Tears filled my eyes.
Matsukata Shiori.
Yeah, kind of weird. She's here. Forster Saruji's voice dragged me back to the present. The boy was feeding something to the girl. She chomped it up, then bent her neck back, swallowing it all. Oh my gosh.
Shiori-san!
How much is she taking? The girl had been abducted. Shirori Madasukata. I could only watch as she fell, and Inspector Akane rushed to her catcher. She flailed in the inspector's arms, screaming. Inspector Akane makes sure that she doesn't bite her tongue. What was I doing, letting myself fall into a daze? No time to waste. Every moment counted. I walked to Shiroi as she bit down on a handkerchief. She seemed to be suffering. Well, these are painful pills or something? Yikes. Was she in shock due to a drug overdose? Should we induce vomiting? But in a few moments, all the strain in her face vanished, and her face became limp. Her pupils were dilated and drool dripped from her mouth. I twisted her wrist, trying to get a reaction from her, but she did not respond. Don't tell me she's gonna die standing up. What? There's a high chance that her brain is not receiving enough oxygen. She needs immediate medical attention. Wait. She turned to a zombie. I remember I had treated patients like her before. They were all brain dead, and just like then, I was too late. I felt Akani's eyes watching me. She knew. What? What's going on? I have to be brain dead. Akane couldn't stand. I stayed by Shiori, checking her pulse and airways, then laid her head down. After slowly standing up, I faced the person at fault. If she died, wouldn't she be on the ground? What? Death or something? He laughed a pure, joyful laugh, not a care in the world. Well, he is like, a cyborg or something. Well, not really cyborg. A clone? Well, like an empty shell? Just using the empty shell for himself? His mind? Somewhere? As I watched him, my headache returned and the room began spinning. These flashbacks or deja vu or whatever, they never seemed to cease, but I needed to ask him. Are you the one behind all of this? The room filled with this innocent, childish laugh. Really? Really? That's your name? Alpha? My vision started to blur from all the spinning. I could hear the throbbing pain pound against my skull with every pulse as if something was trying to burst out. Oh gosh, please. Okay. Give it to him, Surgi. What? An experiment? What? Oh, hey, you're pointing that at me, Connie. Please point it the other way. Akane pointed her dominator at him, and at this distance, she could not miss. Yet, Alpha still aimed, like he knew. What? What? Why are you doing that, Akane? What?
人間ってさ、欠陥品なんだ。幸せへの道しるべがはっきりと示されてるのに、その通りに動けない。
What's going on?
常森、答えろ。
What?
木野座さん、確認してください。ドミネーターが。
What?
だから、僕は導いてあげることにしたんだ。
Did my character's hue go up? Inspector Jinzo raised his dominator, as did the rest of us, and we aimed at the boys. He continued to talk.
もっと簡単に。
He's not gonna have a hue, you guys.
そのための方法がヘブンズドアーだ。
He's not gonna have a hue.
彼らを作り変えるためのこの僕が見つけたやり方さ。
You mean Deathskate? What is that? What is that? As I expected, the Dominator did not acknowledge Alpha as a target. He lived in a world separate from the one that Sybil recognized.
君たち公安局刑事課一係は僕の邪魔ばかりしたよね。
I know that sucks.
犯罪係数の高い
Well, how about your fists? We have fists.
貴様は何者だ?
Yeah, don't make him mad. He'll use his fist.
シビラの申し子。人を幸せに導くため作られた
AI, right? An AI was created to bring happiness to humanity. But after he said that, the kicking within my head grew stronger. It felt like my skull would split in two. My chest tightened, and I thought I'd suffocate. I tried focusing on Inspector Jinzo and Kagame's faint voices.
貴様みたいな高度な思考処理を行う AI が開発されたなど
Yeah.
聞いたこともない。
Give it to him, Jinzo.
ギノ、事実を見ろ。
Gino.
認識できない存在がこ
Ginzo.
そいつは人間だと思うか。
I am seeing it wrong.
僕は人間だ。
Alpha's sounding angry now. He shook his head furiously in protest. AI, bringing happiness to humanity? Such a bold aspiration. But you're not human if you're saying that you're an AI.
僕は AI だ。人間なんかじゃない。でも僕は人間として作られた。作られた？誰に？僕は。
What is going on?
あなた
You exactly who or what are you? Who exactly was this human or AI thing? And why did his presence bother me like this?
僕はアルファだ。僕には名前
I
がちゃんと
doubt she gave you that name. I really doubt it.
お母さんがつけてくれたんだ。お母さんが。
I bet his brain's sitting in a lab somewhere, right?
ゆか
In a
り
jar.
そ
That'd
う
be horrible.
かり
Yukari? Oh, is that his friend?
剣。
Sudri's
君
friend?
は剣。僕の敵だ。なのに君は僕のことを知ってるの？
Your enemies? I guess you could be.
ああ、多分な。昔のお前とは大違いだが。お前のお母さんならよく知ってる。
Yukari
君ら
Himakawa.
はゆかりだ。
Himakawa.
お前を作ったのはあいつだ。そうだな。
Oh, I think that's her friend. His friend. Sudruji's friend.
しらばっくれるな。ゆかりはどこだ。言え。
Yukari? I struggle to see gazing at the back of him for Sudruji. I'm like totally zoning. His face seemed really far away. Yukari. Who was that? Why did it sound so familiar? Because that was his childhood friend.
わからない。
No,
思い出せないんだ。
that medical
お母さん
doctor.
の顔も名前も。
Oh. Alpha sounded as innocent as a little boy who had not yet learned right from wrong, or a forsaken boy who had lost his parents. Oh, I wonder if he had lost his memories, too. Like myself, he seemed to have no one to confide in, no knowledge on who he was or who the most important people in his life had been. I'm adding words again. I love to do that. As my pulse pounded, my heart felt like it was expanding, and I struggled to breathe. It was hard to focus, and I could barely stand, but I did not take my eyes off of him. Yes, I'm looking at you. Other than their deep red tinge, yet which is kind of creepy. His eyes, well, I guess it's kind of pretty. His eyes held the sorrow of someone who begged to be seen for who he truly was. They're creepy and pretty at the same time. Without thinking, I reached out to him.
やめて。
He smacked away my hand, leaving it numb, and a sharp tingle surged throughout my hand like electricity. Was this pain or...
僕は君なんか嫌いだ。君は。
Man.
そうとも。君たちに邪魔されてる場合じゃない。
Okay, well then stop slapping me.
人間を幸せにしなきゃいけない。
Don't slap me then.
なぜ？
Why?
お母さんに褒めてもらうためさ。人間を幸せにしなきゃ僕に生きる価値はない。お母さん。
Okay. Oh. With a push, I shot into the air, crashed into a wall, then fell to the ground. He was too strong. I couldn't block him. My chest, my head, no, my entire body felt broken. What up? What am I doing? What? Alpha ripped out a metal pipe from the wall and walked toward the doorway? Enforcers Misaka and Kagami were blocking the entrance. What? I don't see this right now. I'm gonna have to have an imagination of what's going on. Man.
そいつは聞けない頼みだな。お前をこのまま行かせるわけにはいかない。
Yeah, get him, Ko. You try to hit me in the metal pipe.
聴取させてもらおうか。聞きたいことは山ほどあるんでな。
あなたには医療容疑隊盗難犯の容疑がかかってる。重要参考人として。
Like 3 or something. 3 now. Inspector Akani's voice was firm and rang loudly. Oh, right, there's something I must do, but what am I doing here? Yeah, I just totally zoned myself. I need water. Do not worry about me. We need to apprehend him first. Enforcer Suraji lent me his hand, helping me to get back up. My equilibrium was still off from the ringing in my head, but we needed to end this right here, right now. Enforcers, arrest Alpha. Enforcer Kanazuka, you and the other inspectors should stay out of the fight. Protect Shiori. Yokai.
遺体と戦闘とか今回盛りだくさんすぎっしょ。
シュー
A cyborg?
気を引き締めていくぞ。
Yeah.
どいつもこいつも僕の邪魔ばかり。
He might be pretty strong. The cyborg body might be pretty strong. Alpha swung his metal pipe, only to be blocked by Enforcer Kagami's baton. Yeah, a baton is kick butt. And with that, the battle began. Yeah, go Pops. Pops joined in the fight, throwing a punch at Alpha's abdomen with his cyber raised fist, but he dodged it, leaving back right before contact was made. Oh yeah. Enforcer Kagari tried executing a leg sweep where Alpha would land, but like the skilled fighter he was, Alpha blocked it with his shin. Wow, he's skilled fighting too? He's probably really heavy, like a metal bot or something. Or not. Alpha swung his metal pipe at Kagagori, but luckily Tsurugi grabbed Alpha just in time, so the attack only breezed by Kagagori's hair.
Thank you, Taku-chan.
Well, yeah.
バカシュー、気をつけろ。相手は擬態だぞ。
Yeah, he does.
その通りだ。まともに組み合うな。
Spread out. What am I doing? I'm on the floor. While Alpha seemed to be tiring, Kagami seized the opportunity, striking him with his baton, but Alpha managed to block the brunt of his attack with his metal pipe. Oh yeah, I can see it. The metal pipe above him. Enforcer Kagami had an efficient fighting style, and his body seemed as sturdy yet nimble as a cyborg. From what I could tell, his attack was remarkable.
なぜ人を幸福にするのにあんなサプリを使った？
手っ取り早いからさ。人間の欲望っていうのはたくさんあるように見えて、全て一つの目的につながってる。
Alpha seemed to have gotten a second wind, and he rushed forward, attacking with even more intensity.
不快を避け、快楽を求める。それが人間だ。だったら快楽だけを感じさせるのが幸せだろう。人間はそのために行動してる。
Really?
よく知ってるね。鴻上か。
Oh, they have something in common? With a surging intensity blow, Alpha hit Enforcer Kagami's baton so hard it flung out of his grip. Enforcer Tsurugi rushed in, continuing the battle as Kagami pulled back. Don't burn yourself out. Cyborgs do not tire. A human cannot possibly win.
ああ、あれだけ河の相手をしていながら、あいつは息して
I like this music. That's pretty catchy.
何か対策はないのか？ Kugatachi.
Ideas. Okay, sure. Let's give me some ideas. Analyze weakness of cyborg. Push a cabinet to seal the exit route. Call out to Alpha. Point my dominator. I don't think I'm going to point my dominator because it's not going to work. Analyze weakness. Push cabinet to seal the exit. Call out to Alpha. I'm going to call out to Alpha. Let's see what happens. Calling out to you, dude. Please, don't resist. There's something I must ask you.
おい、Kugatachi.
That was clearly the wrong choice, but seeing that lonely, childish expression he had made me imagine how it must have been like for him to lose everything. I could not help it. I guess I agree. I feel bad for him a little bit. Alpha, please, just stop. Catchy music. Without my dominator baton, I slid down the crater, rushing to Alpha's side. What? A crater? The enforcers all looked at me shocked, but then Enforcer Tsurugi grabbed Alpha's metal pipe, ready to end this once and for all. Well, he looks wide-eyed and shocked or something. Yeah, Tsurugi. Take his pipe. With one swift motion, Alpha dodged Tsurugi's attack, and the AI reached his hands out toward me. He held my hands tight. They were so warm. This warmth seemed to thaw my forgotten memories from the confines of their frigid slumber. Oh, right. By holding our hands like this, your hue will improve. Yes, I understand, Mother. People who start having cloudy hue should hold hands and snuggle and make them feel a lot better. Human touch is a very effective therapy, but I wonder what degree of warmth is best. What do you think, Mother? What's the best temperature? Oh, for me? Well, for now, let's enter a temperature into your sensory device. Okay, wow, this is warm. Human touch is really, really warm. His hand, this warmth, it wrapped so tightly around mine, resonating something familiar deep within my chest. Was it déjà vu? No, it was like the warmth I had felt recently. Okay, this is crazy, but don't tell me that she's the mom. I don't know. What? A clear drop spilled from the corner of Alpha's eyes. Tears. Were these tears of an AI? Cyberized bodies do have tear ducts, but... Uh-oh. What's going on? What happened? His behavior shifted to that of a child's.
What?
静かに。今はKugatachiに任せる。何かあったらすぐに動けるように構えておけ。
だが。
What's going on? Yeah, I want to know what's going on. What? Alpha, what happened? What's going on inside of you? Yeah, I want to know. It was apparent that having physical contact with me caused him to act strangely, but it wasn't only him. The flashback I had just rattled my brain, making it throb. As if attempting to rid myself of that discomfort, I began shaking his body. Don't shake him! However... What? How are you going to abandon it? What? His cyberized body had lost consciousness. Alpha's head sunk forward, and I could feel his dead weight press upon me. It was too heavy, and I felt along with the body. Did I just read that wrong?
Kugatachi, 何が起こった?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I slowly shook my head as the enforcers all gathered around me. I don't know, but he's gone now. He ditched the cyberized body, and his consciousness escaped to the net. That's what I was thinking. He was hooked up somewhere. Yes. Shite. The cyberized body remained motionless, its hollow eyes only staring at the ceiling. That has to be kind of creepy. Oh, I think my hue just went up a lot. The remainder of the case took very little time to wrap up. In the end, all the captors were safely secured, and all the hostages were rescued without any issues. The leader, Ryotaro Funoka, who had most of the captors and hostages with him, proved to be nothing more than a kid. Without much of a struggle, he was apprehended. Although the captors were still armed with Molotovs and pipe bombs, nice, we understand how they operated, and we were able to defuse the situations accordingly. And just like that, the case was resolved. Snap of the finger, right? Okay. Here we go, we're back here. All the students, hostages, and captors were transported to the National Hospital. There, they received mental care assistance and HU checks. Unfortunately, the main criminal Alpha evaded us, and the other perpetrator, Shirori, was apprehended. Or rather, she had no means of escaping. What? She was pretty much like brain dead or something. A zombie. Estrus deficiency.
名前だけは。
そう。メンタルサプリやストレスケアに過剰に依存する環境下で発症すると言われている疾患よ。
I would think that would be addicting after a while.
あらゆる刺激に対する反応が失われ、やがて衰弱死する。
松方しおりはそういう状態だったってことか。
Well, yeah, she had a lot of pills.
実際のケースを初めて見たけど、あらゆる所見がいわゆるユーストレス欠乏症脳梗塞の症状と合致するのよ。
それってまだはっきりと認められた症例ではありませんよね。
くだらん。薬物により脳機能が損傷してに過ぎないだろう。
Inspector Jinzo was right, and the more we discussed this illness, the more I felt like I had something that needed to be said about it.
ユーストレス欠乏性脳梗塞は徐々に自律神経が壊れていく病気と言われています。
Oh, that's horrible.
知っているのか？
はっきりと覚えてい
I do not completely remember, but the process takes a long time. Prior to this, there hasn't been any reports of severe cases. I don't know if anyone would really tell you about it, though. I spoke without thinking. None of this was from my memory, but more like a knowledge that I had pouring out from my lips.
君はこれがただの薬物による脳障害ではないと言いたいのか？
そう決めつけるには。
These symptoms are so similar to what I've seen before. Patients become numb to stress or any other stimuli, to all sensory functions and brain activity declines. Thus, those who suffered from this experienced stabilized too. After all, removing all pain receptors guaranteed it to be clear, and that was when I realized Alpha's plan. See, this had been his plan all along. It was not to create a Wyatt, but to create many others who are just like Shirari.
どういうことだ？まさか。
What?
はい。
Yes, Alpha wants to, for lack of a better word, reprogram all of humanity so he can give them happiness. That's why he created Heaven's Gate. More like Death's Gate.
そいつは天国への扉だったわけだ。
I don't think it's going to be the same.
じゃあ何かユーストなんちゃらだか知らねえがあんな生きてるか死んでるかも
Oh wow, is that what Shirori has?
っていうのかよ
That sucks.
を感じず、色相も濁らせずに。
In the world we live in, he believes happiness can only be attained by ridding people of all their pain and giving them an infinitely clear hue.
した結果と言えるのかもしれませんね。
いやいやいや、
Hmm.
いくらドロイドちゃんでもそれはないって。ちょい引くわ。
Thank you for the comment.
生きた死体のような状態が幸福ね。
No.
幸せとは何なのかちょいと考えちまう出来事だ
I
な。
don't think he really understands, to be honest.
奴は突き
He
つ
was just an AI.
人間の行動は全て幸福のためだと言っていた。幸福の定義をたった一つに絞って考えるなら確かにあれは幸福なんだろうさ。
That makes sense.
でも、それって機械みたいな考え方よね。彼は彼が言う通り、本当に AI なのかしら。
Hmm.
さあな。だが奴は
I was gonna say Ko's lines.
それに母親を恋慕うような素振り。言葉通りに捉えることが
Who
で
is
き
his mom? His loneliness and desperation for his mother's approval was apparent, as was his anger toward us, but still, there's no denying that he was an AI. Maybe, who knows? Maybe his brain's hooked up somewhere. After all, Sybil judged him as a non-human entity, right? But perhaps maybe there was another reason why he was so deemed so. No matter how much I thought, I could not think of why. It irritated me like an itch that was a fingertip too far away from my reach. Who exactly was he?
それにしても幸せね。つまりそのアルファって色相の悪い中学生の坊やたちと松方しおりを幸せに
But you can't make people happy though.
こんなことしたわけ
でしょうね。結果として松方しおりは共犯者であり、最初の犠牲者となった。問題はどうして彼女だったのかってことだけれど。
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering.
おそらく彼女はアルファによって選ば
Her
れた。
abduction left her in shambles, and so he chose her in order to restore her happiness.
失われた彼女の幸せを
But he was part of the abduction too, though, but I don't think they know that.
アルファは動いたんです。
Yeah, I don't think they know that yet.
かわいそうな女の子を幸せにするためにってか、ふざけやがって。
Yeah, let us hear about it, Suruji. Turning point.
幸い迅速な対処ができたおかげ
I
で
think I'm gonna probably have to take supplements now.
同様の症状を発症し
I was trying to not do it, but I think
人質となった者たちも
the character will have to
改
now.
善へ向けて推移しているとのことだ
We'll see. I'm sure they'll offer it
それ
again.
は最小限で済んだということですね。しおりさんは
I don't know.
欠乏性脳梗塞と症状
It's gonna be messed up for a while.
されたならば、
If her symptoms are the same as the estrus deficiency, then it's unlikely she'll never return to society. No one has ever recovered from that illness. Oh my gosh.
こんなものが幸せだっていうの。
Oh wow. I don't think he knows, dude. I have no clue. I don't think he does. As the case came to a close, Enforcer Kagami approached Enforcer Tsurugi and started talking.
剣
I'm going to overhear your conversation. I'm going to overhear it. I'm going to overhear it.
昔幼馴染が同じ名の AI を育ててた。
Oh my gosh. I'm kind of wondering, since Tsurugi and this character lost their memory, if his friend is actually this other Enforcer, the character I'm playing.
貴様が探しているという女性のことだな。確か名前は姫川ゆかり。
Suddenly, after hearing that name, my chest tightened. Out of reflex, I looked down as if I was guilty, even though I had no reason to be.
あいつは人間の感情が理解できなかった。
What?
事情、あんたと同じだ。
I wonder if she is this character.
それはどういった？
Huh? What do you mean?
あいつはゆかりはそのことで悩んでた。だから AI を作った。心を持った AI を。
Really?
アルファ。
Why would you name something Alpha? I mean, maybe a dog or something? Now my heart felt even tighter, as if it would burst. This Yukari woman who I'd never known possessed the same problems and worries that I experienced. Oh man, I wonder if you're going to have to be the same person. I don't know how, but empathy had always evaded my understanding. I never had problems with my hue like others did. I never knew what people felt, what they thought. Well, you don't really know what people think. Or,
お姫さん、
I mean,
顔色が真っ青だぞ。
they don't look well? I'm fine. This is rare for me, but I think I can understand what Yukari Himakawa is going through. I just had a flashback or something of that nature. But if she's the same person, why would they have two different names?
同じようにこめかみを押さえて青い顔をしていたら関係があるのか
Yeah, you're probably right, Ko.
わかりません。失われた記憶に関連することなのかもしれませんが、AI に
Oh, the enter button is killing my
人の感情を理解できない存在、
fingers.
共感と既視感を覚えるのです。ずっとあなたは
She must have been teased growing up for not being able to understand other people's feelings. The similarity I have with her is giving me a headache, and I think I just totally did not read that last line. Oh goodness. Hopefully you guys read it.
いやいやいや、それ超ド級にトラウマってるよね。さらっということじゃないよね。
久我たちその件は後でカウンセラーに相談するように
I could? Or she could, I guess, again?
そうですね。
You're right.
すまん。
Canceling.
俺の話で嫌なことを思い出させちまったな。話の続きは後の方がいいか。
I guess. No, continue please if you have any information regarding the case. I want to know too. I don't want to waste everyone's time.
時間を無駄にはしたくありません。
That's probably good. Enforcer Suruji seemed reluctant, but he nodded and forced a weary smile.
分かった。続きを話そう。と言っても、そうそう面白い話じゃないが。
Sure, talk about it.
姫川ゆかりが心を持った AI を作ろうとしたところまでね。それで、その試みはうまくいったの。
I don't know what the results were.
さあな。俺が知ってるのは、まだゆかりが子育てに勤しんでた頃だ。生まれたてのアルファは赤ん坊みたいなものだった。
Oh.
ゆかりのやつは一つ一つ教え込んでた。感情を、人間らしい反応。
That's a long dialogue.
でも彼女はそれを理
But
解
she wasn't able to understand human emotions, right?
そうさ。だからゆかり
What?
自身も学んでたんだ。
How does anyone really understand human emotion?
アルフ
To
ァ
be
の中で
honest.
この俺だって感情豊かで見ていて
What?
参考になるって。
A role model? What? Then how come you didn't know who the dude was?
がお母さんなら、タクちゃんはお父さん？
What? I can't believe
タ
this.
リ君茶化さないの。
What? I'm still saying what?
そうかもな。ゆかりとアルファと3人でよく話したもんだ。
Wow.
晴れた日の公園。
I guess he didn't remember you.
考えると、あれはピクニックみたいだったな。
けれど、
But as of now, you do not know where Yukari is. Yukari?
ゆかりは消えちまった。俺には何にも知らせずに。もし今も研究を続けてるんだ。
She disappeared.
アルファは
This character,
とうとう完成させた。
I don't know how she got a different name, but she did.
空論だ。自立行動が可能な AI は未だ実現されてはいない。アルファを操っているのは奴自身ではなく別の誰かだ。
ならそいつは誰だ？どこにいるんだ？
その質問に答えられるだけの材料は
He's in AI, so he's in the net.
ただ
So he's in a computer
今
somewhere.
回のアルファを巡る一連の事件に
ギノザ監視官、あなたが
Spittle are you saying that, Genzo, are you saying that Yukari
という意味でしょう。
Himikawa should be brought in as a suspect?
その判断を下すのもまだ早い。まず考えるべきは彼女の行方を突き止めることだ。
Makes sense, but
ギノザさん、あんたも調べてくれるんだな。
やってみよう。
yeah, definitely give it a shot. After Inspector Ginza offered to help, Tsurugi looked as if a weight was lifted off his back. There was no doubt that Yukori must have been very important to him. My chest felt like it had been pricked a million times by a sharp, tiny needle. Why did I still feel like this?
私も協力します。
I will also try my best to help. Let's find Yukari together. There was a high chance that Yukari would be brought in as a witness. Of course, as an inspector, I would be tasked with interrogating her. That was a given.
ありがとうな、Kugatachi城。
He placed his large, warm hand on my shoulder, and that prickly pain in my chest slowly vanished. Boy, I think they know each other. The human touch possessed such a great therapeutic effect. I do not know why it worked, but his hand healed me. It was not a particularly bad feeling at all. Oh, okay. You like, it's like happy and fairy tale. You love her. The school riots for the time being, that case was closed. The recipe for Heaven's Gate was sent to our Tokyo HQ, and the supplement usage of every person would be strictly monitored from here on. None of this would be made public. Without the public's knowledge, a banned act was put into effect. This often happened in order to protect the well-being of everyone's use. The disclaimer for the supplement remained the same. However, this message was added. Supplements should be taken within the recommended dosages in a proper manner. We continued to search for Alpha, however, we were unable to find any leads on his whereabouts. Shiori had been placed in the same hospital as her temporary HQ, but after a short stay, she was moved to a special medical facility. Moreover, even the time and day of her transfer was not disclosed to us. We were also denied visitation rights, so we never saw her again, much less knew what came of her. Oh, wow. She was the first victim of my first case as an inspector, and I would never guess things would turn out this way.
もう少しなんとかできなかったのかよ。
Yeah. Enforcer Surgery continued muttering his discontent, while Pops and Kagagori tried to console him. I did not think I divulged much about myself to them, even though then my chest felt hollow. This powerlessness was like a chasm where only cold winds rushed through. Sorrow. I knew this emotion, or maybe I remembered it. But either way, I felt it. Sorrow. Again, I wasn't able to save the ones who needed it most. There was nothing to do to make it all better. That heavy emptiness that lingers far too long, only to steal part of you with it when it decides to leave.
お互いきついよな。
I did not think I was talking to myself out loud, but when I came to, Tsurugi stood beside me, tapping on my shoulder lightly.
そうですね。
There was no denying it. Tsurugi knew, as he had known all along, the pain I was going through. He carried that same immense burden, but just by knowing that, it helped relieve mine a bit. How mysterious, the two of us holding up our sorrow in solidarity. Without any leads on Alpha's whereabouts, we received a new order from the top brass. An increased drone presence had been established in Sato Marine City, and the mental health exam was complete. So we Division 1 were set to return to Tokyo. From my Wiscom, an alarm sounded. It appeared that one of the enforcers' hues had reached a dangerous level. What isn't mine? To fulfill my duty as an inspector, I had to respond, so I turned on my communications. Who is it? I know it's Ko. I know it's Ko.
鴻上だ。どうした？何かあったか？俺の色相か。いちいち執行官の色相に気を回すとは、あんたはよくよくお人よしか大真面目のどちらかだな。ずっとこの事件の黒幕について考えている。犯罪者
How bad is your hue there, Ko?
そりゃ色相が濁って当然だろう。いいか。俺たちはお前たち監視官の色相を濁らせないためにいるんだ。それは理解しているだろう。だから執行官の色相を気にする必要はない。
I guess I would be concerned about it. Yeah, you're part of the team.
元も子もないからな。
After recording the short memo, we hardly had any time to spare. We need to start preparing for a return to Tokyo. Oh, okay.
期間かってまだ決着がついて
Oh man, I forgot we weren't even in Tokyo.
ドローンでなんとかなる相手じゃねえぞ。
これは命令だ。剣執行官。我々がどうこうできる問題ではない。
おっしゃる通りです。
You're correct, Inspector Ginza. And however, I do not think that this will end here. I have a hunch we'll be back here on these streets soon enough. I was certain because Alpha had not achieved his ultimate goal. However, things did not happen as I had predicted. After we returned to Tokyo, Sato Marine City was quiet, and it was almost as if those recurring cases were all just a bad dream. But none of us believed the peace would last.
嵐の前の静けさってやつかな。
I guess it is, Pops.
あいつがこのまま消える玉とは思えない。必ず何かやらかすはずだ。特大の大嵐を連れて。
I agree.
じゃあ次は何やるかかけようぜ。
I don't know what his plan is. I am in his plan.
すぎんのよあんたは。
I am his mother. Or she's his mother.
もし
またあの町で何かがあったら、その時私たちは事件に関われるんでしょうか。
I think. Why would they take you guys off the case?
家庭の話は無意味だ。
Well, I guess they've done that before.
だが覚悟だけはしておいた方がいいんじゃないか。嫌な予感がビンビンしやがる。
Me neither.
根拠のないお前の勘を当てに何をしろと。
こちらでもでき
Any evidence? Yeah. I mean, they're sorry, but they already took her away. There's that other guy, her boyfriend, Hiroto.
いかなる状況
We should search for Yukori since it's likely she is our best bet at learning more about Alpha. We need to find her by any means necessary.
ぶれないなあんたは。だがその通りだ。
Thanks, Ko.
獲物の尻尾は見えてる。食らいつくぞ。
Sure. Do it. Yes, go. Do it, Genzo.
仮に俺たちが二度とあの町に戻ることはないとしても、引き継げる資料は多い方がいいだろう。
いえ。
On the contrary, I believe we will be back there again.
私、何か理由があるのか？
What? I shook my head slowly. I knew my gut feeling was an impractical response, but when you know. That's true.
女の勘です。
It's just a woman's intuition.
そいつは最強だ。
Or anyone, doesn't matter. I'm a
自
woman.
分でも非論理的であることは理解しています。
I also understand it's an illogical thing to say, but that's my only rationale.
すまん、バカにしたつもりじゃない。
I'm sure.
ことはよくあることだからな。
I'm sure you'd do it, Ko. You're pretty smart.
そこから来る判断を無意識下で行っているようなもんだ。
つまり、
In other words, even if it cannot be explained, you're saying that you believe in my intuition?
俺はそう思うが。
Thanks.
Kugatachi.
Nonsense, Ginza. You're so horrible.
あの町に過剰な思い入れをしているに過ぎ。そういった干渉は目を曇らせ
Horrible.
気をつけろ。
はい。
Okay. Whatever you think. Oh, that's pretty. Even though I believed what Inspector Ginza had said was true, I had a feeling that I'd never be able to fully put those cases behind me. Was it because I was too attached to what had happened? Or was it another gut feeling I had? A few days later, traces of Yukari Himakawa were discovered where I thought they would be. What?
ゆかりがあの擬態の発注者だったってのか？やっぱりゆかりはこの事件に関わって。
Oh, wow.
彼女と一連の事件に関連性があるとは断定できない。何せ、発注が取り消された。
Oh, wow. But she did it anyway.
なんだよ。発注者行方不明のためキャンセルって。
Uh-oh. The stolen cyborg was ordered for 6th Tower, but was never used. It was donated to Sato Marine City's National Hospital. Reasons for purchase were unknown.
追跡調査してたら、姫川ゆかりが退職前に擬態を発注していた記録が見つかったのよ。
Oh, wow.
何のために？
さあ。でも、あのレベルで精密な医療用擬態は民間には公開されていない代物よ。
Oh no, I cut her off again.
プロジェクトの内容はわかるか？
ダメ、お手上げ。プロテクトが硬すぎて覗き見もできやしない。分かったのは、
I hope she's not the villain, right?
だけなのよ。
そして、姫川ゆかり本人の行方
We still don't know where she is, so now what?
なんていうか、不自然ですよね。退職届をメールで提出して、そのまま行方不明なんて。
仕事内容にもよるが、セクスタスタワーで勤めていたならありえない状況だ。
6th Tower.
彼女の仕事についてお前は何
Well,
か聞いた
wasn't she like a doctor or something?
医療業務に携わってるとしか聞いてない。
Yeah. Like what this character does? A psychologist?
重要な仕事を任されてた可能性は高い。
機体の再現が行方不明。証拠も残さずにか。
Oh wow, that's
こいつは
something.
随分な泥沼に。
But she changed her looks? and her name to be someone else? And get rid of her own memories?
悪いことは言わん。この件手を引いた方がいいかもしれんぞ。まずい予感がする。
Sure, Pops.
冗談じゃねえ。ここまで来てゆかりのことは諦めろってのか。
剣落ち着いて。だいたいあなたの個人事情のためだけに捜査を行えるわけじゃないでしょ。
That's true.
それはそうだけどよ。
I just said that.
で、ギノさん、実際どうなんすかこの件。俺たちさ、このまま調べてていいんすかね。
Yeah. Inspector Jinzo was about to say something, then stopped, folding his arms as if deep in thought. He seemed worried about how much he should involve himself in this matter.
上から捜査中止の命令は出ていない。捜査途中である。続けるしかないだろう。何より、現状、アルファの手がかりはほとんどないのだからな。
That's fair.
あとは残された擬態くらいですよね。
True. A body. Have you guys like analyzed it?
分析が開始されるわ。
Oh, okay.
貴重なデータ
she will.
うっかり壊したりしないように。今は準備期間中。
Data extraction. You can still extract data from it? Wow, that's something.
その分析が終われば、また何か手がかりが得られるかもしれん。いずれにせよ、俺たちはできることをするしかない。
久我立城、あんたはどう思うんだ。あんたの中の最適解とやらは、この事件から手を引くべきだと、そう考えてるのか。
I was taken aback by his question. For some reason, I felt like I was being watched not by him or anyone here, but by someone else. I chose my words carefully. Oh, wow, it might be him listening on a computer. Alpha. I hold the same view as Inspector Ginza. Since there are no orders in the top brass saying otherwise, we should continue the investigation. Why did the buyer's name appear all of a sudden? And it just so happened to be the same woman who enforced the Soroji I'd been searching for? This sudden realization, this coincidence may all have been carefully planned by someone or whoever I felt was watching me. It felt like our heads were tied to puppet strings, as if we were being forced to think and act. I knew how ridiculous it was to think that, but I was scared to resist. So ultimately, we should continue investigating Alpha and Yukari. In my opinion, this is the best solution. On my way to the canceling room, I saw Enforcer Saruji standing in the corridor. He saw me and waved.
Yo, 今からカウンセリングか。
Are you?
はい、そのつもりですが。
Yes.
この間は悪かったな。嫌なことを思い出させちまったみたいで。
いえ。
No, it's not your fault, Saruji. Those were all my problems. I didn't understand people's feelings, lost my memories, had strange flashbacks pop out of nowhere, but that was my burden. He was not to blame. Wait, have you been waiting for me here to apologize?
ちゃんと謝ってなかったと思ってな。
I did not understand. It was not his fault.
それに心配だったからな。あの時のあんたは相当辛そうだったから。
そのために今から。
That's why from now on I will attend counseling. I could not say anything more. If I did, then all that right, withering pain within me might pour out. And I did not know how to express it or what it was other than the fact that it hurt. Without saying anything, I just looked at him. Maybe I was confusing him. Somewhere, some time ago, my past self had made everyone around me wear the same worried face he had.
そうか、それもそうだな。
He smiled lightly and placed his hand on my shoulder. Well, he likes to do that a lot. His warmth slowly spread, comforted me in a way I did not know how to put into words.
何かあったらいつでも話してくれていいぜ。
Sure. You, not during canceling. Funny.
あんたが俺をどう思ってるかわからんが、少なくとも同僚なんだ。
Oh, wow.
相談くらいには乗らせてくれ。
I think he loves you. If it was the other way around, I could easily help him the way he wanted to help me, but he was an enforcer and I was an inspector. That boundary cannot be crossed. Are you sure? I gazed into his eyes, trying to balance myself on this thin line.
ありがとうございます。考えておきます。
Thank you. I'll think about it.
じゃ、またな。
Okay, bye, Suruchi.
剣執行官。
Oh, Suruchi. Why did I call out to him? Sometimes even I can understand my actions. But I had responsibilities as an inspector. That was why, or maybe it was just an excuse.
どうした？
いえ。
Nothing. It's just that your hue seems a bit cloudy lately too, so if you ever need to talk, please feel free to come to me.
あんたにか？
You? Oh, and he said this opposite
カ
thing.
ウンセリングを勧めても。
Even when advised to do so, enforcers often do not attend counseling. Also, as your superior, it's part of my job to monitor your mental health.
メンタルケアも仕事のうちですから。
そうか。そうだな。サンキュー。
Okay.
考えておくよ。
Oh, thank you.
それより、そろそろ行かなくていい。
Sure, yes.
あ、そうですね。
Oh, right. I should get going. As I walked away, I could feel his eyes on my back. It was very different from the cold stare of whoever held those puppet strings. His was warm and soft. My heart felt lighter than it had been in days, and I was curious to see the effect it had on my hue. So I turned on my hue checker. Oh, wait. Well, it's still pink. Taking supplements seem to have great effect on my mental health. Since I would be working in cases in the near future, it'd be wise to continue this regimen. I might take a supplement just this one time. Or have I? I pulled out a tablet from my pocket and tossed it in my mouth, and the more I chewed, the more refreshed I felt from the mint flavor. Okay, I am not really sure how long this will be, but I think I'm going to end here for today, and I will see you next time for another episode of Psychopath's Mandatory Happiness. This is Hayana Atoku, and I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you another time. Bye.